Hey there folks, and welcome back to Space Engineers. As I thought, they put out another update, and this one mostly deals with updating the damage models for the heavy and light armor blocks. And we're going to take a look at that in a little bit. But first, I'm going to show you one of the builds I've been working on for a little bit. This is what I like to call my battle carrier. It's part battle cruiser and part carrier. And up here we have our gun battery. This is the exact same thing on the other side. There are quite a few guns, as well as down there there's a gun battery that faces forward and backwards. And here towards the front of the ship we have our hangar door. And this is actually a functional hangar door that has a rotor on it. And this does fold down, but unfortunately because we're not in there, we're not going to be able to get in without putting a hole through our ship, but yeah, we'll get through. So on the inside, let's just burrow our way inside. On the inside, this is the hangar bay, and there's the rotor, and this is the door, and here's the little control that we can control it from, and it'll move up and down. It's very similar to the door that I put on one of my other carrier ships in the very, very early days of the alpha, and I think you can see that in one of my episodes. And this is just where we're going to keep all of our fighter craft, or bomber craft, or landing craft, or all sorts of fun, wonderful things. Also, another thing that they updated, this was actually a while back, is that you can just press T and it'll toggle the doors on and off, so you don't have to press K and turn them on and off, which is nice. And here, this is just a stairway up to the upper deck, and this right here is a door to our engineering section, where we have all of our reactors. I think we have a bit too much. We also have a whole bunch of gyroscopes as well for helping to control the ship, and in there, we'll go in there in a little bit, but this is actually inside of the wing of the ship is where we have most of our gyroscopes. They're all arranged in rows so that you can access them equally in case any of them get damaged or whatnot. You can all access all of the controls to all of the gyroscopes. I believe there are close to 285 gyroscopes on this ship. It actually performs fairly well because this is a very heavy ship, but it still turns and performs fairly well. Here is our wing battery. Let me just show you where we are. We're right here. We have a forward and rear facing Gatling cannon. And these armor blocks, as I'll show you in a little bit, are a lot better than the light armor blocks. So they can actually absorb a full missile barrage and it won't pierce it. So that's why I only decided to go 1 armor thick here. However, the rest of this ship is actually 2 to 3 armor. And it's the exact same thing on the other side. So now I'm going to show you the upper decks. And here there's nothing. Same thing on the other side. It's a mirrored image ship. And here we have our assembler area in case we take damage or we need to create more ammunition, and we also have cargo containers as well. And we also have our medical bay here, same thing on the other side. And this goes up to our firing battery, or our missile battery and Gatling cannon battery. And here is the bridge of the ship. We have our auxiliary command and control stations, and we have our main piloting chair up there. If you continue on this way, just an empty hallway, and it goes to the other end of the battery. Unfortunately, in one of these past updates, the staircases got a little bit bugged, and you can't use them. So just use your jetpack for the time being. And here we go. This is the center hallway. And up here we have all sorts of cargo containers for ammunition, guns, and that sort of thing. So that, say these guys are firing and they need more ammo, they can just run through the door, grab more ammo, and keep on going. We also have auxiliary nuclear reactors and auxiliary gyroscopes just in case. Oop, better fix that. All better. And just keep on going down the line. It alternates from a missile turret to a Gatling turret to a missile turret, so on and so forth. However, the front turrets and the front battery and the back battery are slightly different. Here we are at the front of the ship. And here we go. The front battery actually has three turrets on it, and we have a Gatling turret and 2 missile turrets, and it's the same thing on the other side. And when we run all the way down, I'll show you the rear battery. And here it is. It is four turrets. We have 2 Gatling turrets and 2 missile turrets that, in case anybody's following us, they will face the wrath of missiles and Gatling cannons as such. Alright, and that's about it for this ship here. I think we can fly it around a little bit. However, my computer does grind to a halt when it tries to fly this thing because it's so huge. Yeah, as you can see, the mass is pretty much off the charts. We are 57 million kilos. But it does still work quite well, and it's fairly maneuverable. Oh, 235 gyroscopes is how many we have now. 285. Okay, well, that's it for this ship, and I'll meet you back in a little bit, and we will show you the new firing and damage models for the light and heavy armor blocks. See you guys back in a little bit. Alright folks, we're back. We're going to do the same thing we did last episode. We're going to test the station blocks, the large ship blocks and the small ship blocks, both heavy and light armor, and these are still 5x5x5, and those are still 10x10x10. Alright, we're actually going to take the heavy cruiser this time, or heavy fighter this time. I removed all of the weapons but 2, so I just like this one a little bit better because it's a tad bit more maneuverable. Alright, so here we go. This is just the Gatling cannon. As you can see, it pretty much doesn't do anything. Station heavy armor blocks. Eventually it will start to end it, but it takes quite a bit. And we'll switch over to our missile launcher. As you can see, it didn't even pierce the first block. I think there we finally got through the first block, and it'd take quite a bit of rockets to actually get through this entire thing. So they really did tweak the armor quite a bit. And I'm kind of glad they did it too. And here we are with the light armor. And it dents a little bit easier. And it's still really bad. Let's see how it fares against the rockets. Yeah, as you can see, let's see how much damage it did. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it went through about 4 or 5 blocks. So it looks like they improved the durability of the light armor blocks as well, just a little bit. But it will go through. So that's good to know. Now we'll go on to the large ship blocks. I'm guessing it's going to be fairly similar. Doesn't do too much damage. And with this, yep, same thing as the station blocks. There we go. Let's take a look. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, same thing. Alright, now let's go on to the small ship blocks. Let's see how they fare against Gatling cannon. We'll go through the small ship blocks a little bit easier. take a look at the rockets. See how many blocks it'll go through. Looks like it may have gone through one block, and that's about it. So it's quite a significant bit better than the old damage models, so that's good to hear. And now let's see if they improved the small ship regular light armor blocks. Ah, yes, they did quite a bit. I mean, still choose to just put easy. Not as bad as it was before. Because if you recall last episode, just one shot and the small ship blocks would pretty much explode. And here it looks like it went through maybe 1, 2, 3 blocks maybe. Oh, autosave of course. Let's see. I think that's just about 2 blocks it went through, so that's not so bad. And let's see if they fixed the weight issue with the small ships. So this is the light armor block right here. 835. Now let's go to the heavy armor block. 755. So it doesn't look like they fixed the weight issue with it, but they certainly did tweak the damage models, and I'm quite glad they did. Alright, that'll be it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.